welcome to Haske-Tv News. I am Farida Sanusi Abubakar. Thanks for joining us. The MJS Beta Taraba movement supporters have praised Honorable Muazu Jaji Sambo for his financial contribution to the successful implementation of the APC electronic registration exercise across Taraba states. Haske-Tv correspondent Berry Cletus reports.
The MJS Beta Taraba movement supporters have commended Honorable Muazu Jaji Sambo for his financial support towards the successful conduct of the APC electronic registration exercise across Taraba State. In a statement issued and signed by the state coordinator of the movement, Honorable Murtala Abdul Kadir, the group described the intervention as timely and impactful, noting that it helped to address key operational challenges encountered during the registration exercise. According to the statement, the financial support boosted the morale and commitment of party members as well as registration officials, leading to wider participation, improved coordination, and a smoother registration process at the grassroots level. The movement further stated that the gesture underscores Honorable Muazu Jaji Sambo's commitment to party development, inclusiveness, and grassroots mobilization, which they say remains critical to strengthening the APC structure across the state. The group also praises people-oriented leadership style and consistent support for democratic processes, describing the contribution as another step towards the political advancement of Taraba State. The MJS Beta Taraba movement supporters reaffirmed their loyalty to the APC and pledged to continue working tirelessly for the success of the party and the realization of a better Taraba. Barry Cletus, Haske-Tv News.
The federal government has taken steps to harmonize fertilizer application across the country in a bid to protect soil health, boost agricultural productivity, and safeguard customers. The move was announced on Tuesday in Abuja by the Executive Secretary of the National Agricultural Development Fund, NADF, Mohammed Ibrahim, at a national stakeholders workshop to validate the harmonized fertilizer manual. Speaking at the event, Ibrahim expressed optimism that the adoption of a unified fertilizer application guide will lead to increased food production nationwide. He commended stakeholders and technical experts involved in developing the manual, describing their efforts as critical and sustainable agriculture. According to him, fertilizer remains a key driver of productivity, but one that improper or inconsistent application could reduce efficiency and cause long-term damage to soil health. The federal government has launched the Safe Nigeria Initiative, a nationwide youth empowerment and humanitarian skills program aimed at addressing insecurity by tackling its roots, socio-economic causes. The initiative, also known as Youth Empowerment for Peace and Resilience, was unveiled at the National Counter-Terrorism Center under the Office of the National Security Advisor in Abuja. Coordinated by the NCTC in collaboration with the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, the program targets at least 11,000 vulnerable youths across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. Speaking at the launch, the national coordinator of the NCTC, Major General Adamulaka, said sustainable peace cannot be achieved through military action alone, stressing the need to address poverty, unemployment, trauma, and social exclusion. The federal government has commenced the accreditation process for the selection of 5 new permanent secretaries in the Federal Civil Service. The Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation announced the developments in a statement signed by the Director of Press, Eno Olotu, following the approval of President Bola Tinubu. According to the statement, the exercise will fix existing and anticipated vacancies for candidates from Adamawa, Bayelsa, Enugu, Kano, and Ogun states. The head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Mrs. Didi Esther Walson Jack, charged members of the Accreditation Committee to ensure fairness, transparency, and strict adherence to established procedures. Chairman of the committee and Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Education, Mr. Olumuyiwa Ebel Enitan, warned that any lapse could undermine the credibility of the process, urging members to uphold the integrity of the civil service. The federal government has launched a free nationwide financial literacy and inclusion training program targeting 10 million Nigerians, particularly women and youths. The program is being implemented by the Office of the Vice President through the Presidential Committee on Economic and Financial Inclusion, chaired by Vice President Kashim Shettima. As part of the initiative, the federal government signed a Memorandum of Understanding with 6 professional bodies to design training models, certification pathways, digital skills programs, and mentorship platforms. Vice President Shettima said financial inclusion goes beyond access and must be built on competence, trust, and capability, noting that Nigerians' demographic dividends can only be realized through skills development and ethical grounding. The president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, Malam Haruna Yahaya, commended the initiative, assuring of professional support, while technical partners pledged readiness to deliver the digital infrastructure for the program. We will now go on a short break. When we return, Haske-Tv News will continue. Stay tuned.